In this video, traders, we're going to look at an example of how to hedge using CFDs. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining me. All right, so if you're a CFD trader, one of the advantages that you have is that you can hedge your share portfolio position. Now, what does this mean? So effectively, we've got an example here, but broadly speaking, let's imagine we owned a company. And in this example, it is Tesco's. So if you own Tesco shares, could be any share, anything, as it goes up, you're going to make money. As it goes down, you're going to lose money because you just invested in that company. Now, with CFDs in the mix, you can do what's called hedging. In other words, as the price of the asset gets to a point where you think, oh, this is quite high, I don't really want to sell it. Maybe there's some tax issues, maybe it's a short-term thing, but you think it's going to go down in the short term. What do? Well, your choice is either close the position or hold the position. But now with CFDs, you have the ability to hedge the position, which basically means you become effectively market neutral on the position. And when the market goes lower, you don't lose anything. So let's have a look at the example. And by the way, guys, if you're into trading, if you're into kind of strategy, if you're into any of this stuff, you love the markets like we do on here, like all the subscribers do on here, make sure you're subscribed for more videos from me and others, and have a look at the library of videos we've got. I've got a massive catalogue of stuff all about trading. And by the way, while you're down there, check out our channel sponsor in the description. Okay, so let's look at an example. So you've bought 10,000 shares of Tesco's at 200 pence, £2. That's cost you a total of £20,000, right? So very simply, you've got your shares, it sits in a brokerage account, great. You've made a good call because over that period of time, Tesco's goes from 200 to 400. Fantastic, you've doubled your money. The valuation of your shares now is £40,000 because they're £4 a share. Let's make it clear that we're in UK and they quote the shares in pence as opposed to dollars. Someone's made that mistake before when filling out an order form ticket. So you're there, £40,000. However, you think, hey, you know what? I don't think Tesco's numbers are going to be that great. I think they're going to struggle. I think Sainsbury's are going to outdo them over Christmas, or whatever it may be. And you think, you know what? I think this is still a long-term buy. I want to hold these. I think Tesco's is going to go up. I'm going to look at $1,000, £1,000, 1,000 pence, should I say, later on in a couple of years' time. But for now, I don't think they're going to go lower. I want to basically kind of make some money if they go lower, or at least not lose any. So this is your opportunity. So what you can do when it's sitting there at 400, you can go on a CFD broker. You can then short the same amount of shares. Now, of course, you can be clever with this. And you can say, well, I want to hedge half. We'll talk about that in a moment, but let's keep it simple for now. You can literally just say, right, I've got 10,000 shares. It's currently trading at £4 a share, 400 pence a share. Right, I'm going to sell 10,000 CFDs of Tesco short. There's my hedge down here. So what does that mean? That's costing me 40,000, but with CFDs, the beauty is you can trade on margin. So you might only have to put up something like 5,000 or 10,000 pounds or something like that. So it's very cost effective in that way. You have to find another 40,000 for this. You can trade on margin. Slight downside is that you do pay a cost to hold that position over time. So it's not something you want to be holding for years, but the cost is minimal compared to the benefit you're getting. But always worth checking that out if you decide to do this kind of stuff. So you might go, right, okay, here we are, we're at £40,000. I've got £40,000 in my account valuation. This is your account balance. Assume you've got no other assets in there or no other positions in there. Your account balance has gone from 20,000 to 40,000. That's based just purely on the valuation of those Tesco shares. And what would happen? So if you didn't have the hedge on, what would your account balance look like? So if you didn't have the hedge on, as the price goes down, let's say it goes right back down again to 200 pence, £2 a share. What are you looking at? Well, you've lost all that money and you're back to where you bought it from. Not great. However, your call was right. You thought it was going lower, but you didn't do anything with it. However, if you took the hedge and you shorted 10,000 CFDs of Tesco's, then what happens? Well, actually, your account balance stays exactly where it is. Why is that? So what you've done is you've effectively neutralized your position. Your net exposure to Tesco's is zero, because for every share you've got long, you've got a CFD short, which basically means if the market goes lower, then you make on your CFD short, but you lose on your Tesco position. So that's exactly what would happen here. Your CFD account will be up by 20,000 and your actual underlying portfolio will be down, valuation will be down by 20,000. So you're exactly where you were before. And now if you were kind of in tune with the market, it was working in a perfect world, you'd peel off that CFD, you'd bank the 20,000 profit, and then maybe you'd watch it go back up again to 40,000. Of course, in the real world, it'd be nice to get those highs and lows, wouldn't it? But in theory, that's exactly what you could do. If you get the top and you got the low, then you're basically making money from there while still retaining that asset. So for tax purposes, etc., you still have that asset. You haven't sold that. You still have hold of that. Now, of course, if you're wrong and it carries on going up, it would still be the same scenario. So you wouldn't have made money on that if it goes further up. Say it keeps going, then you're going to lose money on that CFD, but you're going to gain it on the valuation of the share. So in that case, you made a wrong call. You can make your judgment from that, but you're not going to effectively you're only losing the opportunity, if you like. So if you hadn't put the hedge on, you would have made money, but because you're net neutral, you're not going to lose money on that net position. So that's something to consider. If you really kind of got a portfolio, you think, hey, you know what, I feel like we're going to have a couple of quarters or a quarter worth of pain here, then a CFD might be the right solution to hedge against that. Now, like I say, you've got to look out for the cost to hold the position. There's certain other things to be concerned about, funding it, etc. But in theory, this is a very useful tool for people who think there's going to be some short-term pain on the assets they're holding, but they don't want to liquidate them for whatever reason that may be. So that's why they're super popular. That's why they're super flexible as well. And it's something that you can do. And also, of course, we talked about at the beginning, you don't have to hedge the whole amount. So let's say you want to hedge half the position, you can do that just as well. So you hedge half the position, and that means that you're not going to be equal when you go down there. You're going to make, say, 10 grand, but you're going to lose 20 there, but you've lost 10 net instead of 20 net. But it also means that you still have some upside if it goes up. It just means you've got half the position that you had before without, again, crystallizing or closing the underlying asset that you've got. So you can play around with it. And of course, you can peel off the hedge. You can even have more on. We haven't talked about that. Finally, one more point. You can have more on. You can go, right, well, I really think we're going low. I've got a lot of conviction with this. I still don't want to close my underlying actual shares, so let me sell 20,000 CFD short. And of course, what happens then is you actually make money net because you're making double the amount on the short CFD, and then you are losing on the actual underlying. Of course, if you're wrong though, you're going to lose double the amount that you make on here. So again, you've got to kind of weigh out the pros and cons and make a decision, just like you would do if you were speculating on any asset. And of course, keeping the risk managed and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, that is CFDs, and that is how to hedge with an example. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.